I suppose if we're going to be on my bed, I should introduce you to my favorite person. But this is Dumbo. He's always in the bed, even when I'm not. I guess it's his home, and I intrude on his home when I go to sleep every night. But that's okay, because he loves it. Hi, it's Kay. So it's raining today, and because it's a comfy, cozy, quiet day, I felt like I wanted to get into a more intimate and personal conversation with you guys. I think I should introduce myself. I am so sorry if you can hear my neighbor walking around. My dude has a talent for being the loudest neighbor of all time. I hope he can hear me. He can't, but I hope he can. Yeah, no, he could. It just got quieter, so I was like, oh my god, he definitely heard me, but no way in hell he heard me. So I got off topic. A few things about me. I have trouble speaking sometimes. Not like actually, like there's nothing that prevents me from being able to speak, but I trip over my words constantly. It's an interesting situation to find myself in sometimes. And so that happens a lot, and it makes editing very interesting. Sometimes I will stop, like, I did that, stop, deep breath, start over from the beginning, which sucks for editing me and for me, you know? But yeah, so I trip over my words a lot. And the second thing is, I have ADHD and I will go off on the wildest tangents, completely unrelated, and then jump right back on topic and act like nothing happened because my brain just like doesn't do things neurotypically. That's what we're gonna go with. And so I tend to cut my tangents out because they're not on topic, and who wants to listen to me ramble for 5 minutes about something unrelated and then go, anyways, so blah, 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 and go back to the book. Like, it's a time, but here I am. Anyways, so, oh, do you like my mug? It's a cow mug. Dylan got it for me. He picked it out for me. He said, this reminds me of you, and it's so cute. And he gets upset that I don't drink tea in it, which is funny because I drink tea in it. I just don't drink tea in it when he's home. But it's my favorite, and I have like a little cold. I keep sniffling. I'm sorry. I have a little cold, and so the tea is helping a lot. Anyways, so if I'm doing an intro to me, then yeah. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. I went to the University of San Diego for undergrad, and I majored in mathematics with a minor in English. Why I did that, I don't know. And I moved from California to Massachusetts because I just got into grad school. I'm going to be going to grad school at UMass Amherst for architecture. And I'm actually, like, the main reason I'm making this channel, I've wanted to make a booktube channel for years and years, but I've never done it. And I don't know why I've never done it. I've recorded videos, I've edited videos, I've had them stored on my laptop, and I just never like posted them or did anything with them. And I never will. Like, now that I've actually started making booktube content and posting it, like, those videos will never see the light of day. But I don't know why I haven't done this before, but the main reason why I've decided to do it now is that during undergrad, I did stop reading. I took not a gap year, but I took a year-long break in the middle of school when like COVID happened because I didn't want to do online schooling. And so college, like the time frame from start to finish was 5 years, but I was only in school for 4 years. But in that 4 years, outside of quarantine time, because I wasn't in school and I was quarantined and I wasn't working, and so I actually read so much in 2020. But outside of 2020, like over those 4 years of school, I actually only read maybe like 7 books, which is sad because before that in high school and middle school, I was averaging like 60 books a year. So to go from 60 books to 7 in 4 years is like insane. School wasn't, it ruined my relationship with reading because it's so time consuming and it's just a lot to do. And because I wasn't taking classes that had me reading books, and then when I became an English minor, I still didn't read. And so I say that's like my biggest accomplishment. My English minor, like GPA average was like a 3.9, and I read like one book I was supposed to read from all of those classes. And that's an accomplishment. Cheers. And so I am doing this channel because I really want to make sure that I don't lose my relationship with reading during grad school, especially because I'm going to be getting a master's in something that's not related to reading at all. I'm sure architects read, but it's not like getting a master's in like creative writing or literature or something like that. Like architecture is known for being like an art thing. Like you're creating stuff. You're not reading things. You don't have time to read. Especially based off of what I've heard about architecture grad school. It's not going to be something that I have a lot of time to do. Is this the best time to start a booktube channel? That's debatable, but I like to bite off more than I can chew, so here's to that. But yeah, I'm hoping that having something holding me accountable to reading will have me actually doing the reading, because I want to keep reading. I don't want to stop. I was miserable in undergrad. I was miserable for many reasons. One of those reasons being that reading was something that, or is something that I've always had a passion for, and I stopped doing that, and I don't want to keep not doing it. What a great way to say that. You're killing the game, Kayla. But so this is just more of a look into my personality, because something that I noticed about my videos when I was editing my most recent video that I actually posted today on the 29th is that I am very like I'm comfortable enough talking to the camera. Like I'm not super stilted or anything, but I'm not myself. Like my personality wasn't shining through in any of the videos I've done so far, which is not gonna fly. I'm a very opinionated person, and when I've got an opinion, I share it loudly and boldly. And so I want to start doing that with this channel. That's part of why I wanted to do it. I want to share my opinions about books, especially because I don't see a lot of people have the same opinions as me on books. I'm hoping that by introducing myself and getting to like sit in front of a camera and just be myself for a few minutes and talk to you like I would talk to someone in my family, will actually get me more comfortable doing this, and hopefully it will allow me to be more authentic in my future videos. And it's been my personality, but almost like it's behind like a film, or like it's been diluted with water. Like it's not fully me, and I want to be me. And so this is me, how I would have a conversation with Dylan, who, if you haven't watched any of my past videos, that's my husband. This is how I would talk to Dylan about things. And so I'm hoping when I talk to Dylan about books, it's always fascinating. He doesn't read, so he doesn't care. But he says that when I'm very passionate about a book, I'm very like passionate and animate and loud, and he loves watching that. And when I really dislike a book, I'm very passionate and animated and loud. And then if a book is just okay, then like he's like, it's boring to hear you talk about a book that you think is fine. Because you don't have any like positive or negative things. Like you're just like, yeah, it's okay. And that's not entertaining to listen to. So but I'm hoping that I can share my opinion in an unfiltered way on this channel. That's kind of the intent of it. It's forcing me to read and then getting to share my opinion about it, because I like talking about the books that I read. I just never do, I guess. But yeah, so that's what this channel is going to be. It's going to be me talking about books, about my relationship with books in grad school, how I'm going to balance my relationship with books in grad school, and hopefully we get some nice, fun, hot takes. Oh my god, did you just see that my tea is decaf? It was an accident, okay? I don't pay attention when I go grocery shopping. So I bought Earl Grey and I bought vanilla syrup because I love the London Fog at Starbucks. And so, side story about me, I worked at Starbucks in college, which is why I didn't work during COVID because they paid us to not work if we were scared, and I was scared. But I worked at Starbucks, and so I know how to make a London Fog, and I bought all the stuff because I was like, yay, I can make my own London Fogs and I don't have to pay fucking $4 for a London Fog when I could just make it myself for $5 for all of the ingredients at home, and then bam, I can make like 70 of them or something. Well, joke's on me because I bought decaf tea and I was like, oh, it's okay. It's probably not that different. And then I looked at the vanilla. I bought sugar-free vanilla. I was like, how do you manage to mess up two of the three ingredients that you need? But I try to hide the fact that I'm actually drinking decaf tea because I don't do anything decaf, okay? But yeah, so this is me, and I'm hoping that you'll get to see more of me in my upcoming videos.